Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Coop's Place Crafts. This is Erin and I am on with a craft show recap. I'm just going to kind of go through the things that I brought and I will share how many I sold. A lot of items I don't have a beginning count for just because I've done multiple shows for the last few years and I just kind of have a tote. But next year my goal is to make sure I have a beginning inventory, especially now that I'm doing YouTube videos, and then I can have a beginning inventory and an ending inventory. So let's go ahead and get started on what was a good seller, what wasn't, all the good things. So starting out with these composition notebook covers, I only brought 4 because I only had 4 made. I had 2 of the Grinch and 2 of this candy print, and I did not sell any of these. I think part of the problem was I didn't have more prints, and maybe in the first day of the show, because it was a 2-day show, 5 hours each day. The first day it was crazy busy, like didn't even get to sit down, just crazy busy. The second day was a lot slower. At the second day, we moved the composition books down to the other end of the table where my friend Alyssa at Crafting to Cope had her items, and she had more Christmassy style stuff and paper, like bookmarks and blind date with a book. I will link her video down below as well if you want to check out the things that she brought. We moved them down there because we thought they kind of fit her style, but it was a lot slower, so did not sell any of these. All right, next up, I brought some things. I did know how many I brought because I had just made them. These are a sock ornament that I got the idea from another YouTuber. And I sold 3 of these ornaments. These got a lot of attention. And what I noticed was everybody who came and like looked at them, they had a specific, like, oh, if you had hot Cheetos, I'd definitely buy them. Oh, if you had this. So it was kind of interesting to hear the feedback. And probably have to bring 100 of them with every single sock I found. But I did sell 3 of these and I have a few extras. I brought these bowl cozies. These always get so much attention because, you know, there's the ice cream pint in there. And I always tell everyone they're good for hot or cold. So they fit a cup of ramens really good too. Reversible cotton. I sold 1 of these. I don't have a lot of these made, and I don't think that I will continue to make them just because I don't sell them. I think maybe I sell 1 each show. And they're a little bit harder to make than the traditional bowl cozies. So I sold 1 of them. And then these are my traditional bowl cozies. Again, hot, cold, microwavable. I sold 13 of these at $6 a pop. Super excited about that. That was a good sell. And I have a bunch more. I just kind of pulled out a few prints for the video, but I have a lot of these left over and I will continue to make these. Then I have my Kleenex holders. These I've had at 3 different shows, and this is the first show that I had one with a Kleenex sticking out of it as a sample. These I sold 12 of them. So super excited about that. They do come with a pack of Kleenex. These are so easy to make. I did do a video on, I think I did a video, maybe not on these. Nope, I did it on the jar grippers. But I'm hoping in the next year to be able to do some sewing tutorials on these. So I sold 12 of these. Very nice. These I have had since my first craft show I ever went to. I love them. I use them. I did get some good feedback. A gal mentioned that if they were longer, like a lanyard size, which is actually what I have in my purse, and I showed her, she said she would definitely have purchased. So I think my next show I'm going to make lanyard length ones of these. I sold 8 of these keychains, and these I price at $3 each or 2 for $5. My Motel Keychains that I made, I did not make a ton. I did do a video on these. I'll link it below. I sold 1. But like I said, I didn't have a ton of styles, and how I had them displayed, they were on like a spinning thing, and I think maybe I need to look for a different way to display them, but I like them. The gal who bought one liked it, and it's fine. I'll just put them in a tote and save them for next year. I'm going to try and get some things maybe listed on Etsy too, just to see if it gets any traction. So I sold 1 of those. Next up, this one I did do a tutorial on. This is my jar gripper. I sold 9 jar grippers. So I thought that was pretty good. These were $3 or 2 for $5 as well. Let's see what else. So my Scrabble trays. If you've watched any of my videos, you know that I love making Scrabble gifts, personalized sayings. I sold 5 Scrabble trays with sayings. I also make magnets. These ones here with the silver are like the strongest magnet ever. It causes a little bit of problem laying them out, but I sold 4 magnets, all to a little girl. I don't know, she was maybe 6. She was just the cutest little girl. She had her dad with her, and she was just picking stuff out, and he had his wallet open. It was the cutest thing ever. So she got 4 Scrabble magnets. One of them was an avocado. I thought it was so cute that she picked that one up. This one gets a lot of attention. I have this basket right at the front, and the little kids gravitate to these because then they can dig through and find their initial. I only sell them for $1. I sold 15 of these. They're so quick and easy to make. So that was fun. And it's also fun when someone's looking for a specific one and we all kind of help look. So I sold 15 of my Scrabble keychains. Let's see what else here. I make these plastic bag holders. I'm just looking at my list here. I did not sell any of these. These are really hard for how our setup is to display, because we literally, I mean, you saw in the video, if you watched my video, that we just have tables. We're definitely looking down the road to maybe find some sort of like a shelving or pegboard to display some of these bulkier items. So I did not sell any of my bag holders. So if anybody needs a bag holder, I have lots of prints and can make them. Those I sell for $6. But like I said, they're just hard to display. My hanging towels are also hard to display. The second day, I wrapped a cord around the front of one of my tables and I hung them. That's what I usually do, but I just didn't have time on day one and kind of wanted to look a little cleaner. So I did sell 2 of these. I sold one of this print, which is my favorite. And then I sold a Christmas one. I'm not exactly sure what print sold, but I sold 2 of these. I brought these candy gift boxes. I had them priced at, I believe priced at $10. And I sold 4 of them. I have 2 left, and I gave my sister a couple of these and a couple of the ornaments. She adopts a family. She lives in the UP in Michigan and adopts a family. So I gave her some of these things to give to her adopted family. So I sold 4 candy sets at $10 a pop. And whatever I have left, I will more than likely donate, or Cooper will. He's already been eyeing up the Red Rages, Mike and Ike's. This one is another one that gets a lot of attention. It's a cord keeper, and we learned about an hour into the first day, Alyssa pulled out a cord out of her purse because people were like, what are these? What are these? So then we did a little sample. So just a cord keeper that snaps, and you can wrap up your like headphones. Cord keeper. I sold 5 of these cord keepers. They look like they'd be an easy sew because they're small, but I actually feel like they're a little bit of a pain. I did see somebody else they cut out a similar shape with faux leather on their Cricut and then did the snaps and did the same thing. So I think next year I might try that, just because you have to sew it, flip it out, top stitch it, pop it with the snaps. It's a lot of fiddly diddly for a small price point. These were priced at $2 a piece. So, and only selling 5 of them. I think I might try a different plan for these. I do have quite a few already made, but yeah. So I made a couple of gift sets. This one is a ramen gift set. It comes with a pack of ramens, a cup of noodle cooker, and a spoon, and then the bowl cozy, and I hung one of my keychains. I did not sell the ramen one, but I made another one with a Grinch bowl cozy, one of the jars from the Dollar Tree. I think I have one. Let me go find it. I don't have a full one put together, but I can show you the jar. Okay, so here's the jar. These jars I got at the Dollar Tree. I put a pack of Grinch kisses, some shred, and I put it inside. I don't have another Grinch bowl cozy, but I put it in the Grinch bowl cozy, and I did one of my Grinch jar grippers, and then I wrapped it up cute. So that sold right away. I mean, that sold sold pretty quick. Let me see here. I'm trying to find my price that I had. I think I had $15 on it. Grinch gift set, $15. Yep. So I sold one of those. That bag of kisses was $4 and some change at Walmart. I probably could have got them cheaper and made the whole gift set cheaper, but I was kind of in a pinch. And then I did bring my cowboy candy gift set that I made. I did not sell any of the cowboy candy gift sets. Not cowboy candy. I have to stop calling it that, and I'll tell you why in a second. My candied jalapenos. I did not sell any of the gift set, but I did sell 6 jars. And I always give out my business card when I sell the jars, because I would say 9 times out of 10 people reach back out and want more. So that was that. And I think that is all of it. Real quick, this originally was named Cowboy Candy because that's what it actually is called. And I was selling it on Facebook Marketplace. And I had a guy from Texas reach out and sent me like a cease and desist that I was not allowed to call it Cowboy Candy anymore. So that's how it became Coop's Place Candied Jalapenos. Apparently, Big Tex owns the rights to Cowboy Candy. He sells it locally in Texas and yada yada. So that, but I just find myself always calling it that just because of habit. So that is what I sold. If you have any questions on any of these items, let me know in the comments, or my email is in my bio. Thank you so much for watching. I will link some of the other videos to some of these items, and I will link Alyssa's page down below so you can see what she sold at the craft show. As always, have a wonderful day. Talk to you later.